Good afternoon and welcome to Nora's Dog Training Company. We're here today with Mason and Fred, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today on video is Mason's ability to understand and respond to his formal on-leash obedience commands. The very little corrections and lots of motivations that we give the puppies when we're working with them, and the training equipment that we're using. Fred is using a regular 6-foot web training leash, and he keeps the bulk of the leash folded neatly in his right hand. That leaves his left hand free to give any correction that's needed, and the only correction that we give is a little tug and release on the training collar, and Rich will be showing you tomorrow how to use your equipment properly. Now, if you notice, Mason is sitting like a gentleman at Fred's left, which is where all of our obedience training is done. And the first exercise that they're going to demonstrate for us is heeling. The command is Mason heel, and at this point you take off and start walking with him. This makes walking in your neighborhood a pleasure, as your dog is walking next to your left side, not dragging you down the street, not lunging out at the end of the leash at other dogs, and sitting quietly when you stop walking to wait for his next command. And the next command that Fred is going to demonstrate is the sit stay. The stay is a hand and a voice command, and because it is a stationary exercise, it is the one-word command to stay. Now, the whole family can practice this. You can put them on a leash right in your house if it's a hot day and practice indoors. You're going to lengthen this sit-stay out to 3 minutes, so it's going to take a lot of patience. When Fred returns back to him, he walks all the way around him, walking all the way back and ending back at heel position. He gives them a little pat for praise. We don't go overboard with the praise, and they go back to heeling again. So this gives you a quality way to spend time with your dog, teaching him new things, so that he's just not running around like a wild banshee doing whatever he wants. Nice automatic sits. Fred leaves him in another sit stay. He walks out to the end of the leash and turns to face him. Now this time, instead of returning all the way back to him, back to heel position, Fred will demonstrate the come on command. So you use his name, Mason, come. He didn't sit, so Fred gave him that little tug we talked about to get him back to sitting in front of him, so there's no jumping all over you. Great heeling, great automatic sits. Now the next command that we're going to demonstrate for you, we're going to demonstrate that come on command again. So Fred's going to leave him in a sit stay. Again, he walks out to the end of the leash and he turns to face Mason. He's going to use his name, Mason, come, and Mason's to come and sit right in front. And if he doesn't, he's going to get a correction. And he knows that perfectly. It seems like when you turn the camera on, they forget everything they've been taught. And Rich is going to be going over all of this with you tomorrow when he brings Mason home. So you have this to work with when Rich isn't there, but tomorrow Rich is going to be doing all of this with you. Now the next command that we're going to demonstrate is the down from a heel position. So with him seated at your left, you take your left open palm, push it straight down toward the ground, and give the one-word command to down and stay. Now this is another exercise you practice right in your living room, the down stay. You're going to start out at about a minute. You're going to slowly work up to 5 minutes. Oops. Now if he gets up, you get that no out right away and make him do it again. He doesn't get to get up. When Fred returns back to him, he again walks all the way around him, just as he did on the sit stay, all the way back to heel position. He gives him a little pat for praise, and they take off heeling again. And he will demonstrate that down from a heel position one more time. I don't want you to let Mason get away with murder. He's had a lot of training. Down, stay. Fred walks out to the end of the leash and turns to face him, and this time he will call him in. Good job, Mason. Sit. That was better. That was a better sit on that come. And then back to heel. And the very last, and you can see Mason's not beat up. I mean, he's got his tail up, he's happy, he's looking up at Fred. So this is good quality time to spend with your dog. Now this is your down from a distance. So you leave him in a sit stay. You're gonna use your right hand to give the command.
Down. No. Down.
Very good. Now we have demonstrated for you all of Mason's obedience commands. There's a lot more to what Mason's learned than just obedience, but this is the only thing that we can really show you on a camera so that you can practice at home. He's done a great job. He is a great guy. I think you're going to be impressed with his improvements, and we want to thank you for choosing Nora's Dog Training Company.